So I don't know what happened there, but anyway, we're back up and running here with our toolbox tour. Go down another drawer. We're into, got some Snap-on pry bars. Got my Long Daddy pry bar right there. Hood props, some tape measures, sanding blocks, just some miscellaneous stuff in there. Some pull hooks. Drop down. And here we've got one of my big go-to tools. There's a Snap-on slide hammer set, but in my opinion, the best one on the market. There's nobody. Snap-on doesn't make it, but they sell it. Can't remember who actually makes it, but it's by far the best slide hammer on the market. I've used many of them. Heat guns, some other sanding blocks, knee pads. I've got some rivets in here, some towels, and just a lot of miscellaneous stuff in that drawer. And we'll come over here to, so here's just my junk drawer, filled with papers and different things like that. Vice grip drawer. Never have enough vice grips, I'll tell you. When I'm putting on quarter panels or bedsides, you need a lot of vice grips. This drawer here, I usually store my paint guns in here. There's one paint gun. I got another one over there on the shelf. There's my Vulcan welding helmet. Very, very nice welding helmet. It's probably the best welding helmet I've ever had. Full-faced eye protection there. Welding sleeves. That's what I do with that drawer. And so that's pretty much it on this toolbox. And then over here, I'm starting to put together a tool cart. I've had this tool cart for a long time, just never really found a use for it. But now I've decided I'm just going to put together a tool cart. I turned the top into a power top. I actually got a power strip that runs down. I can plug it into the wall wherever I'm at, and I can charge everything. So I have my chargers in here. There's from my little buffer. There's from my other DeWalt power tools. I got a nice light there. Snap-on light here. One that Harbor Freight gave me. A few pry bars right there. Some miscellaneous screwdrivers, ratcheting Snap-on. Some Snap-on ones here. The Bel Air series. Some Craftsman sockets, an Icon ratchet, Snap-on extension, just some common stuff that I would use every day. Some gear wrenches, pair of pliers. It's for taking off the springs out of Chevy doors, off the hinge. Like I said, I'm just putting together a miscellaneous set of things here so that I'm not constantly walking back and forth to my toolbox. And then as I pull tools out of my toolbox, I can leave them in the top part of my cart or on this shelf or even in this drawer. But I keep everything together, and then that way I ain't losing stuff. And it's got a nice little spot here. I can put things in there. Here's my little mini buffer. If I can get her open here. And this thing here again is amazing too. So I kind of thought this would be a good place to keep that. I want to keep that in its box. So that's that. And so like I said, then we've got my toolbox here, and then I have a little working cart when I'm doing a lot of mud work and things like that, and it's just filthy. I like to wheel this right up to where I'm doing my sanding, and I have my sandpaper and everything. I keep it on that cart, and so anything that's really dirty I do with this cart. I like to keep this toolbox just absolutely as clean as I possibly can. I'll throw a sheet over it. I'll do whatever I have to just to keep that clean. And I try to pull out and know what part tools I need, and I'll get them onto that cart, or I'll get them in that before I ever start, so that this one can always stay nice. Let's face it, Snap-on's not cheap. This thing costs me a lot of money. And we want to keep her nice for the rest of my life. Hope you enjoyed my toolbox tour. One last thing on the top of this thing, I don't have a power box, so I put me a power strip in, and then you see I even got me a Google. Hey Google, what's the weather today?
Today in Monroeville, it'll be partly cloudy with a forecasted high of 32 and a low of 22. Currently it's 31 and mostly sunny.
Isn't that just amazing? So, you know, if I'm working on something and I want to know how to do anything, or if I just want to be a little entertained, I'll just I'll talk to Google, because some days it's just me and Google here. Anyway, that was my toolbox tour. Thank you for watching, and peace.